Trust meteorologist Mikkel Hannah Harding for your first alert.
Thanks for watching News 12 on your side.
Live from Augusta, you're watching News 12, first at 4.
And we made it to yet another Monday afternoon. Courtney Hicks, along with First Alert meteorologist Emily Acton. I'm having like a eye contact attack here.
Oh no!
It's the worst thing when something gets up under there.
Ooh.
Trying to figure it out, but it'll work itself
I
out.
don't wear contacts, so I can't relate. But
Really?
yeah,
You can see that good, huh?
maybe, or I just haven't been to the eye doctor in a long time.
Could be that. Come on over to the 50-plus side. You might need some contacts or some glasses too. I felt like it was a nice day, even though the sun didn't want to make an appearance. It wasn't bad. A little chill in the air, but I'll take it.
I liked it. You know, like a little bit
I know
colder
that's your
out there.
jam. I know that's your thing.
Yeah, it was pretty comfortable out there for me today, but it was overcast, still overcast as we head into our evening hours for us. So if you have any outdoor plans, should be comfortable, but just be prepared for a little bit of that cloud cover sticking around and a little bit breezy as well. Those winds coming from the northeast at about 15 miles per hour. Current temperature 57 degrees. Drastic change from what we saw yesterday, which was 81 for that average high. But take a look at the temperature difference between Augusta, 57, Aiken at 51. And if we go even more south and westward, Swainsboro, 72. So that's a drastic difference from Saluda at 52 here. So we're a little bit all across the board temperature-wise here in the CSRA, and that's going to be the story really throughout the work week for us. We'll have some rain mixed in with it, and I'll tell you more about that coming up.
All right, thank you so much, Emily. We'll stand by. Kind of an alarming story here. First at 4 students, or several students, and a teacher were potentially exposed to fentanyl at Greenbrier High School. Officials say an unknown white powder fell out of a rolled-up dollar bill that a student was in possession of. Now, the school says the student reportedly picked up the bill at a gas station. When it was unwrapped, the substance fell into their lap. A field test showed it contained fentanyl, and the Columbia County Narcotics team was called to remove that substance for conclusive testing. There have been no reports of reactions, and the class will be moved to a new location while that classroom is clean. We'll keep you posted on this story. The Aiken County Sheriff's Office made an arrest in a shooting on Lawana Drive. 20-year-old Xavier Butler is expected to be charged with murder and possession of a weapon during a crime. Late night, deputies say they went to Lawana Drive for a shooting. When they arrived, deputies negotiated with Butler before he came out and surrendered. Inside the house, deputies found 46-year-old Adrienne Richardson, Butler's mother, with a gunshot wound to her face. The Aiken County Coroner's Office pronounced Richardson dead at 1:14 this morning. And the Aiken man has been charged by SLED with criminal sexual contact with a minor. 34-year-old Terry Haggerty is facing 2 counts for incidents between July 2024 and January of this year. And the Trump administration faces new lawsuit. Coming up, the Army is trying to rename Fort Liberty without violating the law. Learn what they're trying to change it to. That's coming up. But first, let's check in with Emily.
Well, I'm tracking extensive cloud cover for this evening, so if you have any outdoor plans, should be dry, but we are tracking rain chances as we go throughout the work week. I'll tell you more about it coming up.
Time and Temp, brought to you by your First Alert weather team.
Join us right here on Black Dealer with a friend is not a law. The one call is no lie.
Well, current temperatures for us are in the middle and upper 50s, so feeling pretty comfortable for the central part of the CSRA, but you can see for our counties down south, they're a lot warmer, sitting at 72 right now in Swainsboro, but if you go into the South Carolina side, they're a little bit cooler in those lower 50s for this afternoon. If you have any outdoor plans, maybe you want to have dinner outside, you're definitely going to need a jacket, but shouldn't have any issues with rainfall. Just going to see a lot of cloud cover as we go throughout our evening and even into the overnight hours for us. But overall, right now, conditions are calm, just overcast. But we are staying dry for the overnight hours for us. But rain is in the forecast. We can expect to see rain as early as tomorrow for us. And here's a wider view of what we can expect tomorrow morning. An isolated shower or two possible, becoming a little bit more widespread throughout the late evening hours and really throughout our Wednesday. And then we're going to have a cold front move through in a line of showers and thunderstorms for your Thursday. That's going to push through really early Thursday morning. Should be out of our hair for the second half of the day Thursday. So that's some good news. So really just recapping that there. Isolated showers for your Tuesday. Not going to accumulate too much. Wednesday as well. Really not a big accumulation there, at least for our southern counties. Now north of Interstate 20, that's definitely going to be that higher accumulation level that we can see. But once we get through the day Thursday, that's when those totals will be anywhere from 1 to 2 inches in some spots, and some spots could even get a little bit higher than that 2-inch mark north of I-20. Again, our southern counties probably not going to get as much rainfall over the next couple of days, but there is still that possibility really on Thursday as well. But good news is Friday, Valentine's Day, is looking mostly dry for us, but those rain chances do ramp back up once we get into Saturday and even into our Sunday for our weekend. So the weekend is looking wet as well. Looks like our really only dry day is going to be for our Friday for a 61 average high temperature. So that's going to be the day that you'll be able to get out and actually enjoy the outdoors. But otherwise, we'll be jumping from those low 50s to upper 60s from your Tuesday to Thursday. Showers and thunderstorms, just kind of a yucky pattern.
It's all over the place.
Yes, it is all over the place. It's been a lot of fun forecasting this 7-day.
Yeah. We're going to stay positive and make the best of it. Thank you so much, Emily. Okay, a quick weekend flashback. A Super Bowl party in California was not about the Chiefs or the Eagles, go Eagles, but instead about celebrating the National Guard for protecting the community during those recent wildfires. Tracy Leong reports.
In the middle of the Palisades fire zone at Will Rogers State Beach, the California National Guard paused their duties for a moment to enjoy Super Bowl Sunday.
When those TVs rolled in, the spirits of everybody just turned 180 degrees to the positive. They are not with their families this weekend. They are not at home hugging it out like some of us, are still doing, and we appreciate them.
It's been a little more than a month since an out-of-control wildfire tore through the Pacific Palisades, destroying thousands of homes and businesses and killing 12 people. The California National Guard was immediately deployed to the area to ensure the safety of the community by providing security and assisting with the emergency response efforts.
We evacuated this very street that night and drove with fire on the side of us at 6 o'clock at night. That's the sadness, but this is the joy. This is the joy of seeing these amazing, amazing soldiers here to protect us and just having such a great time together.
In an effort to show their gratitude, the group Palisades Strong threw together this special event for the troops. For organizer Larry Vane, he feels it offers a glimmer of hope during this difficult time.
It was unexpected. They came and did this on their own accord, and to give us a sense of belonging to their community, it's just an extremely heartfelt thing that, again, I can't express. We're humbled by it.
It's nice to see that the soldiers are getting recognized for all the work that they're putting into it, to be recognized by the residents of the area. They have been so supportive throughout everything.
The troops have been stationed in the area for more than 30 days, longer than their typical deployment. And Vane says they wanted the troops to know they appreciated their support as they work towards rebuilding.
We're so strong as a community, and Pali Strong is just really who we are, and we're going to get there, right?
Indeed, sometimes it's just good to see some positive news. The Palisades and the Eaton fires are 100% contained. That is also good news, but thousands are still recovering. Rain is expected in the area this week, threatening landslides, another issue that could be a big problem. There could be a name change coming to Fort Liberty in North Carolina as we switch subjects here. According to two sources, Army officials are considering changing the name of Fort Liberty back to Fort Bragg. The sources say the Army is exploring legal ways to change the base's name without violating the law banning the use of Confederate names. In 2022, a Congress-established commission regarding changing the names of 9 Army installations, including Fort Bragg and Fort Gordon. A barbershop is on a mission to get people to open up about their mental health, coming up on today's The Good Side. Emily?
Well, we're tracking rain for our work week, unfortunately. It looks like today, though, we're going to be mostly dry for our evening, but that's going to change as we go throughout the next couple of days. I'll have a check on your full forecast coming up.
First Alert Radar, powered by Jim Hudson Automotive Group. $95. Visit plexidermtrial.com. Our First Alert commitment to you is the power of 5 meteorologists, all the tools, the latest technology, and the first team of 5 meteorologists. News 12's First Alert weather on your side.
Well, temperatures keep tumbling down. Yesterday, high of 81. Today, high of 66. And then tomorrow, right around that 50-degree mark for us. We're bringing in rain chances for the middle and end of our work week. We'll be at 57 for that high temperature for your Wednesday, 67 Thursday. So really just a roller coaster of temperatures and sky conditions as well. Like I said, we're going to be tracking rainfall Tuesday, Wednesday. Some thunderstorms possible for your Thursday, but otherwise looking good for your Friday, or for your second half of the day. Thursday is really looking dry, and same for Friday. So Valentine's Day shouldn't have any issues out there. Things are looking good for us, but again, we are tracking rain for at least 3 days this week. Not going to accumulate too much for your Tuesday. Again, close to 0.05 of an inch there, and then about a 1/4 of an inch for your Wednesday. By Thursday, we could see close to over 1/2 an inch for our area. And again, that's really going to be mainly for the morning hours there. So we have 3 chances of rain over the next couple of days. And Courtney, we might have some rain this weekend too.
I was going to say the AC yesterday and the heat tonight. That's
Yes.
crazy. That is wow. Thank you, Emily. Talking about your mental health doesn't carry the stigma that it once did, but it can still be very difficult to open up. That's why a barbershop in Arizona is trying to make it a little easier, all while making you look your best. Alexis Dominguez takes us there on today's The Good Side.
Inside barbershops, there are all kinds of sounds. And if you listen closely, you'll find it can also be a place where conversations flow.
Having this fade by your fade are nice. Because we have smaller rooms, I feel like it provides an area where they can be more vulnerable, it's more private.
I think it'll grow out nicely.
That privacy allows for conversations to go deeper.
Our relationship, I would say, it's really, it sounds weird but intimate, because I know a lot of their lives, you know. For a certain reason, they feel like really comfortable to express everything they're going through.
What's up, man? What's going on?
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
That's the case for Dave Rocca, who has been sitting in Randy Benyas's chair as a customer for more than a year.
We all have outlets, whether it's at home, friends, or work. Just another person to talk with.
I've been passionate about just having close relationships, even outside of barbering with people, and just trying to hear where they're at. I went through mental health things in the past.
Numbers show men are more than 3 times more likely to commit suicide.
Mental health has always been an issue, but since COVID, it's been elevated.
That's part of the reason why both Tempe and Chandler have partnered with the Confess Project, a national organization addressing mental health.
There's always been stigma, and so we can't continue the same ways addressing it. We have to look outside of the box.
We gotta go on a walk together, chat it up.
The training helps these barbers identify the signs from depression to suicidal thoughts, so they not only know how to listen, but how to respond.
It's tough to hear sometimes because you really care for the customer. It feels good when you have the resources that you need to help them.
Pablo Andrian and Peña will be 2 of the nearly 30 barbers and stylists trained in Arizona to be a safe place. But it's something they've been doing since the shop opened in 2020.
I know with some people that we've talked to, they even said like that our conversations and referrals have helped save their life. It just brings me like so much joy to know that we have that relationship with our clients and we could hopefully make their day a little bit brighter.
it's a great story. Everybody knows when you sit in that chair that your stylist and barber are always your therapist for sure. Good to see. All right, Golden, Colorado. That's where we're going. Was the place to be this weekend for golden retrievers and the people who love them.
Are you excited to be in Golden? No? Yes?
All right, the yearly event is called Goldens in Golden. Emily is excited about this. It features pup treats, pet vendors, and official merchandise, and an opportunity for one woman in the search of a new doggy daddy.
George is taking applications for a dog dad. Yeah, so I am newly single, and we're gonna put that on the news. So if you're looking to be a father, he needs a positive male role model in his life soon. So hit me up.
I love the way she flipped it. Is it for the dog or for her? The first Goldens in Golden event was held back in 2019 to encourage more people to visit Golden, Colorado during the winter. Proceeds from the event go to the Golden Retriever Rescue of the Rockies. And we have to shout out our sports director, Alyssa Lyons, who owns a Golden Retriever and just is in love with the breed. Right, Emily?
Alyssa, I own a Golden too.
I didn't know yours was a Golden. I didn't know Phoebe was a Golden.
Phoebe's a Golden.
Okay, I am so sorry. Oh, goodness, I have committed crimes. I didn't know. Okay, well, you and Alyssa.
Yes, Phoebe girl is a Golden.
I have to see a picture of Phoebe. I thought your dog was one of the ones that you always show in the graphics when the dogs come up in the weather graphics. I thought you had that kind of dog because you do a Phoebe report kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's a Golden Retriever? Mm-hmm. I love dogs, but I don't know.
Hey, I love Gio though as well. We love Alyssa's dog. Gio is like
family.
Yes, I love that dog. I gotta see him sometime soon. Hey, looking at the forecast this evening, if you want to take your furry friend out on a walk, should be pretty comfortable. You're definitely gonna need a jacket though, and rain chances are gonna increase throughout the week, so tonight's gonna be a good night to get outdoors.
If you've been injured, we take immediate action to get you the help you need. The call.
As soon as I called Austin Jackson, I was very assured and at ease.
The response.
They handled everything so that I could focus on getting better.
The work.
They took on the insurance company for me.
The result.
I am very happy with the settlement I received. That's why you get the Augusta guy.
Call Austin Jackson, the Augusta guy, 706-724-7224.
Homes to Go President's Day sale starts now.
Oh, wow. This is interesting here. If you're not celebrating love this Valentine's Day, here are some options to honor an ex. I don't know why you want to honor an ex. For a $10 donation to the Fort Worth Zoo in Texas, the zoo will dedicate a pound of poop to the crappy person of your choice. Donation starting at just $5. The San Antonio Zoo in Texas will name a cockroach, rodent, or vegetable after an ex and feed it to a zoo animal. Finally, the Wildcat Ridge Sanctuary in Oregon is holding a fundraiser called My Bloody Valentine. For a $50 donation, they will feed an ex's heart to a wildcat. Okay.
That is intense.
Very intense.
Maybe if it's like a fresh breakup, but if not, I'm like, who cares? I'm not spending my time or money on that.
That's really something.
Yeah, that's a little crazy there, but hey, some people do it, I guess, because they're making money off of it. Hey, we have a comfortable evening in store for us. I'll tell you more about it coming up at the next half hour.
Water in your basement?
Daddy can fix it.
You're watching News 12, first at 4, continues.
Courtney Hicks, First Alert meteorologist. Emily Acton, I have not been able to recover last half hour. We had a story about golden retrievers. I didn't know she had a golden retriever. I knew Alyssa did, our sports director, but now I do, and she showed me pictures throughout the commercial break, so I get it.
You're caught up. I know, she's my baby.
I know, and that story was just as much for you as it was for Alyssa. I apologize.
We'll let it slide. Okay. Yeah, we're good.
Thank you. The weather, in my opinion, is good. A little crispy in the air, but I'll take it. I know the sun didn't want to come out today, but hey, I'll take it because later on in the week, especially the Big Love weekend, it's going to be a little damp.
Yeah. Today, honestly, is going to be one of our better days this week. So we got to take what we can get for us. Overcast skies this evening, and it's a little bit breezy out there as well. Temperatures right now sitting in those middle 50s, 56. But check out those winds coming from the northeast at about 15 miles per hour there. relatively dry conditions as well, with those dew points in the 40s for us, but a little bit of a temperature gradient here. We're sitting at 52, up in Saluda, 72 down in Swainsboro there, so a drastic difference just across the state line for us, but otherwise conditions are really calm and pretty seasonal for our area. But again, we are tracking that cloud cover. That's going to stick around throughout the overnight hours for us. We can expect to see cloudy sky conditions, but again, that's going to change as we go into well into our work week, with rain chances really increasing as early as tomorrow, and that's going to last into our Wednesday and Thursday, Courtney.
All right, thank you so much, Emily. New information on the 15th Street shooting from last night. The Richmond County Coroner's Office released the name of the victim. 37-year-old Jermaine Habersham from Augusta was shot at least once on 15th Street. The sheriff's office said a person was showing a gun to Habersham when it accidentally discharged and hit him in the chest. And the Richmond County Sheriff's Office is looking for 4 missing teens: 16-year-old Alicia Pope, 14-year-old Azaria King, and 16-year-old Paris London. They were last seen leaving Old Waynesboro Road together on Saturday night. Also, 15-year-old Devin Hardy was also seen Saturday night leaving from Aline Circle. Anyone that has any information about these teens are asked to call the Richmond County Sheriff's Office at the number you see here on your screen, and let's get them back with their families. President Trump is set to announce, and FEMA is hosting a housing resource fair for people misplaced by Hurricane Helene. It will be Saturday at the Henry Brigham Community Center. That's going to be from 9 a.m. until 5. FEMA says the goal will be to connect eligible survivors with affordable housing and support. Other resources at the event will be the Hearts Georgia Sheltering Program and Small Business Administration loans. Anyone affected by Tropical Storm Debbie or Hurricane Helene is welcome to attend. New guidelines are coming for when people should get screened for osteoporosis. In today's Health Minute, learn about the guidelines and what symptoms to look for. Emily?
Well, we're tracking rainfall throughout our work week. I'll have a breakdown of when you can expect it and how much after the break.
It's easy to spot.
You can't handle the roof.
It's easy to spot a Planet Fitness member. They all look strong. Hey, thanks. We're all strong on this planet.
Yeah.
Planet Fitness. Locations near you. Judgment free. Just $15 a month.
Well, current temperatures right now across the CSRA are a lot cooler than what we saw yesterday. Highs were in the low 80s for us, and highs today we hit those middle 60s, but have significantly dropped off since then. We're sitting at 56 right now in Augusta. Down in Louisville, they're sitting at 70 degrees, so a little bit warmer for our southern counties, but overall a mild outdoor temperature for us this evening. So if you want to dine outdoors this evening, definitely going to need a jacket. We're going to be sitting in those 50s at least for the next couple of hours, and then after the sun sets, we'll slowly but surely drop off. We might even see those upper 40s late overnight tonight for us, but overall conditions are not too bad for us. We're seeing that cloud cover sticking around but dry, so that's some good news. Again, if you have any outdoor plans this evening, just might need a jacket, but it won't need to be a rain jacket. But if you have that out, you need to keep it out, because we are tracking rain throughout the rest of our work week for us. An isolated shower or two possible for the start of your day tomorrow. And then we'll get a little bit of a break before we get into the evening, and some more rainfall expected for us. Same for Tuesday. We can expect to see a majority of our counties really north of Interstate 20 being impacted by some rainfall for us. And then we're going to have a cold front pushing through early Thursday morning, and that's going to bring some heavy rainfall, maybe even a couple rumbles of thunder as well, as that pushes through for the first half of your day Thursday. The second half Thursday looks mostly dry, and that'll continue into our Valentine's Day on Friday for us. So good news is by the end of the week we are looking dry. But here's those rainfall totals throughout the day Wednesday. We'll see close to 1/4 of an inch to maybe even 1/2 an inch for our more northern counties, and then once we go through that front that's going to push through Thursday, that's when those rain chances will really start to bump up significantly. And even through the weekend, we're going to see another chance of rain both Saturday and Sunday. So when it's all said and done over the next 7 days, anywhere from 1 to 2 inches for our more northern counties north of Interstate 20, possibly locally higher than that. But our southern counties south of Interstate 20, looks to be anywhere from half an inch to maybe an inch. So again, Thursday's really looking like the most coverage and heaviest rainfall for our area, looking mostly dry for your Friday though. So a lot of people have outdoor plans Friday. Should be pretty good. A little bit on the chillier side with 61 for that high temperature, but rain is back in the forecast, unfortunately, for your Saturday and Sunday.
All right, this just in. First at 4, Columbia County has had an outbreak of gun thefts from cars. Between Friday and Saturday, there were 7 break-ins around the county. This has been an issue across the CSRA, with the Richmond County Sheriff's Office saying most are by people looking for guns. Authorities are urging people. All right, this just in. First at 4, Columbia County has had an outbreak of gun thefts from cars. Between Friday and Saturday, there were 7 break-ins around the county. This has been an issue across the CSRA, with the Richmond County Sheriff's Office saying most are by people looking for guns. Authorities are urging people to lock their cars and put their gun in a gun safe made for vehicles. Alrighty, it is the most common bone disease in the U.S., osteoporosis. There are new guidelines on who should be tested for it. In today's Health Minute, Mandy Gaither goes over the recommendations and explains why they've changed.
It's called a silent disease because there are no symptoms of early-stage osteoporosis. It's usually found after a fracture or during screening.
It's just a matter of age and time and non-use of your bones that it slowly develops.
Dr. Paul Lewis with the Ohio State University Wexner Medical Center says osteoporosis screening isn't invasive but critical, as it can detect the condition before bones are broken. New guidelines recommend all women over age 65 have a bone mineral density test. Women of any age at increased risk for the disease are also advised to be screened.
It's almost as simple as getting x-rays taken. You lay on the table, they focus on the hip or the spine or your wrist, and a score is computed from that.
That score helps determine bone density. If it's low, Lewis says there are several medications that can stop bone loss or help build bone back. Consistently doing weight-bearing exercises or aerobics can also help prevent the disease. He says the new recommendations are due to an increase in injuries and even deaths linked to these types of fractures in the last 7 years.
The jury's still out on men getting screened, but typically men with risk factors of osteoporosis should be screened as well. That decision, though, comes between the patient and their physician.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
And Dr. Lewis says early detection is also important, so a patient knows to get help quickly if there is a fracture. But he says many times people wait to be treated and only half gain their pre-fracture activity levels following a major break. And flu cases are surging in the U.S. The latest info from the CDC shows doctor visits for flu illnesses have reached the highest level since 2009. Doctors stress in a given year, up to 41 million people can get the flu, and over 50,000 people could die from the virus.
Well, you know, in general, the cold symptoms are from the neck and above. You know, the sore throat, the cough, the runny nose, and all that stuff. Once it starts going below the neck, and you feel aches and pains and fever, you can have nausea, vomiting.
The doctor goes on to say it's still not too late to get a flu shot. At least 43 states and the District of Columbia are showing, quote, very high to high levels of flu activity, and there have been temporary school closings in some areas because of it. Swings, slides, and nearly 200 unexploded bombs, the World War II era weapons, were discovered. They are planning to spend about $179 per person this Valentine's Day. In today's Watching Your Wallet, learn how to save money while making sure your significant other feels the love. Emily.
$179.
How did I come up with that? Not anything more.
That's a very specific number there. But hey, want to look at your Valentine's forecast? Stay tuned after the break. I'll let you know.
In 2018.
Free information and your free gift. That's 1-800-622-2774. 1-800-622-2774. Call now.
Well, looking a little bit cooler for the next couple of days for us. Yesterday, High temperature reached 81, 66 today, and tomorrow we're going to be right around that 50-degree mark. Rain chances are going to increase for your Tuesday, Wednesday. Thursday will add in some thunderstorms along with that rain chance as a cold front will be pushing through. Good news is second half of the day is looking a lot better than the first half for your Thursday, Friday. Looking to be a really nice day for us. Mostly sunny, maybe a little bit breezy out there for your Valentine's Day, but rain chances will increase as we go throughout the weekend, unfortunately for us. But temperatures are staying pretty steady over the next couple of days. Here's what we're looking at rainfall totals. Again, barely a trace by the end of the day Tuesday. And we're ramping it up a little bit for your Wednesday, close to 1/4 of an inch. And by the time we get to Thursday, when that front's going to be pushing through, we'll see close to 1/2 inch, a little bit over 1/2 inch of rainfall on Thursday. So we'll get a decent amount of rain over the next couple of days.
All right, thank you, Emily. Although it's a commercial holiday, Valentine's Day isn't always about money and gift giving. In this Watching Your Wallet, consumer investigator Rachel DePompa talks to an expert about how to show someone you love them without breaking the bank.
Valentine's Day is really about showing someone how thoughtful you can be, so let's reduce the pressure now of spending too much. Leslie Tane, a debt relief attorney, says this holiday is about showing someone you really love and care about them, and that doesn't have to include a lot of expensive gifts and spending too much money, which helps when your budget is tight.
I think an open discussion with your significant other is really important about spending and expectations, because your love language is different than your significant other's. They might have a different expectation, especially if this is your first Valentine's Day together.
Tane says don't overspend and go beyond what you can afford just to show love and affection. Having an open discussion with your significant other helps you both understand each other's goals, manage expenses, and expectations.
Remember, on Valentine's Day, there are more expenses. Flowers are more expensive, and candy's more expensive, and restaurants tend to be more expensive. But there's lots of ways to get around that, including cooking and planning and coming up with really creative ideas to show the person that you care about how much you care.
You could plan a picnic, make breakfast in bed, create a do-it-yourself gift basket. You could even plan a scavenger hunt or make homemade treats together. Sometimes it's just about making time to spend time together. With this Watching Your Wallet, I'm Rachel DePompa.
All right, thank you, Rachel, for that. It's the only time of a year when actually you want to watch commercials. It's the only time of the year when you actually want to watch commercials. There we go. And many of last night's Super Bowl spots hit their mark. Actress Meg Ryan said it was finally time to go there and revisit her iconic scene from When Harry Met Sally, all for Hellman's Mayonnaise. This was one of the several star-studded commercials during the big game. Experts say companies are trying to seize a very expensive moment with high quality and impactful advertising.
You're paying $7 to $8 million just to be in the game, paying celebrity, production, editing. It's really about brand awareness. As Nike said, you know, there are not many cultural moments before where people are actually tuning in. You said it, for the commercials.
Yes.
And this is still one of those places. So it's really about brand awareness.
This Jeep makes me happy, even though my name is...
Very clever. Harrison Ford's 2-minute-long ad for Jeep felt like a mini-movie about writing your own story in life. And a few of them were pretty clever, very interesting, pretty good. Not like back in the day. I still think they don't compete.
I'm making a face because I saw one that made me really uncomfortable. I'm not going to say which one it was, but yeah, that one was just weird. I think it was like a Doritos commercial, maybe? I don't know. I did not like it. Anyways, that's my take on those commercials for us. But hey, something I'm excited about. We are getting closer to daylight savings, and that means that our sunset will be at 7:30 in less than a month. I'll have a check on your 7-day forecast, though, coming up.
Thanks for watching News 12 on your side.
You've been in a serious crime.
Chances are going to increase for the next couple of days, but good news is your Valentine's forecast is is looking pretty good for us. And hey, the First Alert weather team giving you some chocolate here. It's going to be sunny and breezy for your Friday for us for Valentine's Day there. So hey, don't forget it. This is your reminder. You still got a couple of days. Hey, we have more news coming up in the next hour.
It's the coldest time of year in the CSRA. To stay up to date on anything winter weather to severe weather, download our First Alert weather app to get the most accurate forecast in our area.
Do you suffer from
The First Alert team, named best in Georgia.
Marcus Kitchen is my new day.